Well, hey there, and welcome to another edition of JC Lee MD, Brain Stim 101. I am your host, Jonathan Jaha Lee, and I am a Pisces Sun and an Aries Moon and a Chinese Canadian with a fellowship in Transcranial magnetic stimulation that I accomplished at the Temery Center for Therapeutic Brain Intervention at the Center for Addiction and Mental Health in Toronto, Ontario. Well, on this channel, I'm going to be breaking down some of the aspects of TMS that can be somewhat abstruse for those of us who don't inhabit this world, but TMS has been around for 2 decades, and it's an incredibly effective treatment for treatment-resistant depression and also as an adjunctive treatment for OCD, and there's tons of research coming out. Well, today I just wanted to introduce to you some of the methods that we use to sort of get people ready and set up in the chair, sort of like, what do you expect and what is it actually like? And Erin Hong, our amazing TMS tech here at Oak Health, is going to be helping me demonstrate some of that. So what we're gonna do now is just put a cap on my head. Really, it's gonna destroy my hair, but it's okay. I have really good hair gel. So Erin's gonna give me this Meg Venture cap. It's super stylish, as you can see. And sometimes with people with more voluminous hair, this can be a bit of a more tricky situation, but generally speaking, the cap just goes on. I feel like I'm Usher, circa early 2000s. And this cap is really just so that we can replicate the placement of the magnet day over day, week over week. And again, what we're trying to target is that dorsolateral prefrontal cortex. So Erin's gonna get the 1020 EEG net to pop it on my head over here to kind of mark that area. So there are a lot of different ways to actually, sort of target the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex for our clinic, for the purposes of what we do, as an outpatient community clinic. We use the 1020 EEG system to sort of identify that area based on a conglomerate of, population data of where F3 or the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex is. So this EEG net goes on over my wonderful skull cap. And it gets fitted in between my eyebrows and pulled tightly down so that we see what's going on. Now, what we're sort of looking for here is this area. I don't know if you can see it. It's right here called F3. Which is, sort of corresponding to the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex in the average person. And this is the area where we're trying to aim with the TMS coil to really amplify that executive functioning, that thinking, planning, memory, attention, concentration, all of that good stuff. And, obviously in this case, emotion regulation. As Erin's lowering the magnet right now, she's really trying to find that area where the center of the coil in between the two sort of infinity, like the center of that like infinity or figure of 8 shape, to sort of oppose F3 or the left dorsolateral prefrontal cortex so that it's perfectly tangential with the scalp. And at this position, we're anticipating that as the electromagnetic energy or the electricity kind of goes through the coil, we're going to generate this perpendicular magnetic field that will then penetrate my skull, again, transcranial, right? And deliver treatment to a depth of about 2 centimeters, really just tickling that outer cortical bark-like layer of my brain. And because I am real, like Jennifer Lopez, I'm gonna turn the machine on and you guys can see what it sounds like, and you can see that this is actually pretty doable. So as you can see, I'm getting what is called intermittent theta burst stimulation right now over my DLPFC. So now I'm going to show you high frequency left-sided treatment.
3, 2, and 1.
So you can see the standard treatment protocol would be 4 seconds on, and in the modern protocol, 11 seconds off. So there's a train of 4 seconds. which is causing my scalp and in this case some of my jaw to be moving during the stimulation. And then there's a bit of a pause. And this is the standard sort of high frequency left-sided treatment, 10 hertz, so 10 pulses per second over 4 seconds with an 11-second gap that is repeated again and again until we get to 3,000 pulses per day. And that's just the standard that's been around since 2008 in the States, but since 2002 in Canada, where I come from, the faraway land of Canada. And that's that, folks. You can see, really, TMS is that easy. You come in, you're fully awake, you get to meet with Erin and me on an almost daily basis. Well, Erin daily, and me almost daily if you come to Oak Health. And that's what it is. I'm gonna go, walk down the hall to my office and see my next set of patients, because TMS, truly speaking, in comparison to some of the alternatives, is the bee's knees. So until next time, love yourself and love each other.